Good day everyone. Our lesson for today is all about the basic concepts and terms in geometry, specifically undefined terms, points, lines, planes, parallel lines, intersecting lines, concurrent lines, line segment, rays, and congruent segment. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and share this video to your classmates and friends, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Also, you can find different subjects in this YouTube channel. Just select the playlist section. And finally, please do not skip the ads in this video. Thanks! And now let's proceed to our main topic for today, which is all about the basic concepts and terms in geometry. Basic concepts of geometry. As we all know, we have the points, lines, planes. What are the undefined terms in geometry? What concept present the foundations of geometry? Can you sketch the intersection of lines and planes? These questions and much more will be answered by the end of this presentation. Are you ready? Now, let's talk about undefined terms. The term points, lines, and planes are the foundation of geometry. But point, line, and plane are all what we call the undefined terms. So pag sabing undefined terms, these are the point, line, and plane. How can that be? Well, any definition we could give them would depend on the definition of some other mathematical ideas that these three terms help define. In other words, the definition will be circular. What is point? A point has no dimension. Usually represents by a small dot. Small dot, that's a point. Example, that dot name as A. So the above is called a point A. Note the point is represented with a capital letter. Line. Extend in one dimension. Represent with straight line with two arrowheads to indicate that the line extends without end in two dimensions. Just like that. That's a line. And there are points AB. So we can name that line in two manner. So this is line L using the lowercase script letter, or symbolically we call it line AB. Notice arrowheads are in both direction on the symbol AB. Okay? So pwede siyang L to name the line, or pwede siyang segment like AB na ganito yung kanyang itsura. Okay? Plane. Extend in two dimensions. So, represented by a slanted four-sided figure, but you must envision it extends without end, even though the representation has edges. So this one is a plane. Plane M with points ABC. This is plane M, or we can call it a plane ABC. Be sure to only use 3 of the points when naming a plane. Okay? Now, undefined concepts. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. So pag sinabing collinear, these are points lie on the same line. So for instance, this one, point A, point B, and point C are collinear because these are points lie on line L. Coplanar points are points that lie on the same plane. Example, this one. So therefore, point A, B, C are coplanar because they lie on the same plane. Space. This refers to the set of all points. So pag sabing space, set of all points, kahit anong space yan, okay? Space goes on forever in every direction and therefore has length, width, and depth. Space has no special, space, nawala yung ano natin, PowerPoint. Wait lang. Okay, space has no special notation, it is simply referred to as space. Space contains at least 4 points that are not all on the same plane. Okay? So, pwedeng sa isang plane, nasa labas yung isang point, so we call it space. Now, there are general terms that we need to understand about this. So, we have, ayan, congruent, similar, equal, union, and intersection. So, pag sabing congruent, meron siyang symbol na is equals, tapos meron siyang parang nakabaluktot sa taas. So, that's congruent shapes are the same shape and size. Therefore, after some movements of the shape, they can be made to fit exactly on top of one another. Next one is similar. Pag sabing similar, meron lang siyang symbol na parang yon, ganito, yung nasa taas ng congruent kanina, shape that are same shape, but can be different sizes. Thus, congruent shapes are also similar shapes, but similar shapes are not necessarily congruent shapes. Okay? Why? Meron kasi mga shapes na similar siya pero hindi pareho yung size niya. Maaring dalawang triangles na kung saan yung isang triangle mas maliit siya kaysa dun sa isa pero similar sila. Okay? So magkaiba yung dalawang yon. Pero yung congruent shapes are always similar shapes. Next is equal. Pag sabing equal, ayan, yung equal sign lang can apply to sets of all points being exactly the same set or to numerical measurement being exactly the same number of values. So, pag sabing equal, pareho sila because they are equal. Like 2 is equal to 2. Okay? Next, union. Union with the capital U refer to the to putting all of the points together and describing the result. That's the union. Ibig sabihin, as we all know, when you are talking about the union of sets, lahat ng points ang tinutukoy doon. On the other hand, intersection, yung baliktad na U, refers to describing only those points that are common to all sets involved in the intersection or to describing the points where indicate shapes touch. Okay? Kung pag sabi intersection, kung ano lang yung parehong points or common points ng isang set. Okay, so we have union, similar, intersection, congruent, ano pa ba? Yan, similar and equal. Line segment. Let's look at the idea of a point in between two other points on a line. So, this one. Here is the line AB, or recall symbolically that one, AB. That AB is a line segment. So, the line segment does not extend without N. It has endpoints. So, may endpoints on line segment. In this case, A and B, the segment contains all points on the line between A, B. So, segment, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin yung point na hanggang A to B. So, may mga points dyan sa loob niyan. Tawag dyan line segment. Okay? Line segment ang tawag dyan. So, the line segment, ayan, pag inalis mo yung A and B, yung symbol ng line segment is ito. AB, tapos line sa taas. Okay? So, notice the difference in symbolic notation, right? That this one is a line AB and this one is a line segment AB. Ray. Let's look at a ray. Okay? This one is a ray. So, A is called the initial point. Ray is AB extend in one direction without N. So, pag sabing ray, isang direction lang siya. Okay? So, pag dalawang direction is a line. So, actually, a ray is a line. So, symbolized by this one. So, ibig sabihin, isa lang yung direction niya. That, pag binasa mo, it's ray AB. Okay, yung kanina, line segment AB, pag wala siyang arrow sa both sides. Okay, the initial point is always the first letter in naming the ray. So, laging yung first letter, siya yung first point na makikita mo sa ray. Notice the difference in symbols from both line and segment, right? Now, not all symbols are created equal. Like this one, AB is the same as BA. So we can, AB is the same as BA. But, the ray is different. AB is not the same as BA because BA must have the different direction as not with AB. So, paano iba yung sa AB, iba yung sa BA. Okay, magkaiba. Pero sa ray, as a line and sa segment, pwede mong i-swap yung dalawang letters para masabi na same lang sila. Pero in array, it is different. So that AB and this one is BA. So they have different direction. So that's the initial points. Notice that the initial point is listed first in the symbol. So lagi nauna yung pinaka-initial point. Like this one, the initial is A. In here, the initial is B. Also note that the symbolic ray always has the arrowhead on the right regardless of the direction of the ray. So, kung nakita mo, dito yung ano niya, pero yung symbol pa rin niya pag ganon. Basta pag ganon, pag ray ang pinag-usapan, going to the right yung symbol niya. Okay? Opposite rays. So, if C is between A and B, that will be like this. Then, CA and CB are opposite rays. So, opposite rays ang dalawang yan. Okay? CA, eto siya, and then CB. Do sabi ko nga, yung ano nila, yung arrows, same direction lang. Papunta sa right. Do CA, papunta siya sa left, di ba? So, same direction lang. Pero ang tawag dyan is opposite rays. C is the common initial point for the rays. Angles, on the other hand, it is a part of the discussion about, basic terms in geometry. Rays are important because they help us define something very important in geometry, which is the angles. Because angle consists of two different rays that have the same initial point or vertex. So, meron silang initial vertex. The ray are sides of an angle. The initial point is called the vertex. Yun yung kanilang pagkakapareho. Na pag nagdugtong yung dalawang rays, we call it an angles or angle. So, this one is an angle. So, we can name it as angle BAC or CAB or angle A itself. So the vertex are the same, and these sides, and ray AB and ray AC, okay, when you combine these two, becomes an angle. So notation, we denote an angle with 3 points, and the symbol angle is like this. Yung parang ano siya, less than symbol, no, na medyo flat yung sa baba. The middle point is always the vertex. We can also name the angle in just the vertex point. The angle can be denoted as angle BAC, angle CAB, or angle A. So we can name different, we can put different names in this particular example. Now, classifying angles. So angles are classified as acute, right, obtuse, and straight. So I already discussed this angle. According to their measure, angles have measures greater than 0 and less or equal to 180 degrees. So, kapag less than 90 degrees, greater than 0 and less than 90, ang tawag doon ay acute angle. Kapag exactly 90 degrees, right angle. Kapag greater than 90 but less than 180, obtuse angle naman. At kapag exactly 180, straight angle ang tawag doon. Intersections of lines and planes. So, two or more geometric figures intersect if they have one or more points in common. The intersection of the figures in the set of points the figure has in common. Think, how do two lines intersect? How do two planes intersect? What about a line and a plane? So, ano kaya ang itsura nila kapag nag-intersect yung dalawang linya o yung dalawang plane o yung line tsaka plane? So, modeling intersection. To think about the questions on the last slide, let's look about this one. These are two planes that intersect. Okay? We have line BAF, and then there are also line that intersect this, and that's line DA, and there is also a line that intersect a plane, which is line CE. So pwede siya na there are two planes that intersect. there are two lines here na nag-intersect, and there is one plane and a one line intersect. Two lines intersect at a point like here at point A. So nag-intersect sila at point A. Line BF is the intersection of the plane G and H. Point E is the intersection of plane H and line EC. Okay, I already discussed about collinear, right? So collinear, again, are points on the same line. While coplanar points are points line on or lines in the same plane. So ganito yung itsura nila, illustration. Okay? Now, refer to the figure. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is a box containing those points. The intersecting lines, lines DH and DC. Where is DC? Uh-huh. Nawala. Lines DH and DC intersect at point D. This is C, maybe. Napunta lang dito, but this is C. Dito yung C, okay? Let me put it. Okay, so DC and DH intersect at point D. They are intersecting lines. CG and GF intersect at point G. So they are intersecting lines. Another, we have line AB and DC, AB, where's AB? AB and DC are parallel, correct. DH and CG are also parallel. Tama. Lines that never meet. Concurrent lines. Pag sabing concurrent, A, line AD, line AB, line AE are concurrent to point A. Pag sabing concurrent, these are lines that has a common vertex, no? Or lines that lie on the same point. So we have AD, AB, and AE are concurrent to point A if we will look to this figure. Now, skew lines, lines DH and EF are two lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. So hindi sila intersecting at the same time hindi sila parallel. We call them as skew lines. These two lines do not lie on the same plane and are called skew lines. Line AE and GF, AE and GF are also skew lines. The lines DH, CG, HE, and GF are skew to AB. They are skew to AB. No? Okay, so pag sabing skew lines, hindi sila nag-intersect, hindi din sila parallel. If I put a line here, parang ganito siya, that I put a line here, and I put a line here, so these are skew lines that are not parallel, at the same time, they don't intersect. So that's all about the basic concepts and terms in geometry. The undefined terms, points, lines, planes, parallel lines, intersecting lines, concurrent lines, line segment, rays, congruent segment. With that, thank you very much for your listening.